Golfers, welcome back to the channel. It's Friday and that means that we uploaded a new video. In case you haven't subscribed yet to the channel, feel free to do so. The only thing you will receive is a notification every single time we post a video. And in this way, you know that you are not going to miss anything. In today's video, we are going to discuss about how to easily square the club face with the driver, because that's the most problematic club when it comes to squaring the club face at impact. Let's say you're on a really good roll, you're scoring well, and you get on a really narrow par 4 like this one. And then you start to doubt a bit yourself and check this shot and see if you recognize this shot as well in your golf game. So as you can see, the pressure built up a bit and I managed to hit the ball in the rough on the right side, so the ball curved to the right. Now, the main problem with that was the club face was open at impact. So let's see a drill and the reasons why the club face stays open at impact, and make sure next time when you get on a shot on a hole like this, that your shot is gonna go straight and the club face is gonna be straight as well at impact. Most of the time when you play good and then you're faced with a hole that's a bit more difficult, you're gonna be a bit more anxious and you're gonna squeeze a bit more the club and you're gonna try to put a bit more speed into the swing. So all these three combined together is gonna give you a really big chance that the club face is gonna be open at impact, and that's gonna make the ball start right and fly even more to the right. There's nothing wrong with the swing. It's just you squeezing too hard on the club and going too fast, spinning too much. As you see, the club face got really open at impact. Now, the only drill that can really help you is to learn how to control the wrists during the downswing in a way that is going to ensure the club face is going to come square at the ball every single time. So for that, we are not going to use the golf club. We are going to use a tennis racket. So this is gonna teach us how to use our wrists, left wrist and the right wrist in the downswing, and it's gonna provide us with a better visual, which is the main key thing here. So I want you to take the setup at the ball. We are not gonna hit it, and I just want you to hold the racket with the left hand only. Now you're gonna make a backswing. And what I want you to do the downswing and to feel like you point your knuckles towards the ground in a way to square the racket. So from here, by pointing the knuckles downwards, you're gonna create shuffling forwards, and in this way you're gonna also make sure the club face or the racket is gonna come square at impact, right? So I want you to do this 5 times in a row. So hips, hands, knuckles down to square the racket. One more time. And that way, okay? So after you did this 5 times, we're gonna go to the right hand to do the same thing. So same, only the right hand on the racket. We're gonna make a backswing. Hips are gonna start, hands are gonna go after. And what I want you to feel now is that you point your palm towards the ground. That is going to help you to square the racket, and also is going to increase a bit that shuffling. So in that way you can see the club face or the racket, shall I say, it's square to the ball every single time, okay? Now, for the last 5 repetitions, I want you to put both hands on the racket and I want you to hold it like a golf club. So we're gonna try the same now, but we're gonna use the feelings that we get with the left hand and the right hand, and we're gonna try to put them together. Gonna look like this. So we're gonna make a backswing. We're gonna start with the hips, that's really important. And now I'm gonna use the feeling of pointing the knuckles to the floor and the right hand to the floor together, and that is gonna help me to square the racket, right? So that would be the feelings together, really easy to square the racket, and it's gonna come a bit more natural to square this than the club face of a golf club. So we got some really good feelings with the racket. Now let's try it with the golf club again. So of course with the driver we don't need so much for shuffling, but a little bit is gonna be good as well. Let's give the feeling a try. So I just want you to have a few swings, preferably without the golf ball. I'm just gonna clip the tee a few times. So I'm gonna make a back swing. I'm gonna start with the hips and I'm gonna feel the same sensation through the downswing. So the left hand, the knuckles of the left hand are gonna point downwards and the right palm is gonna point downwards as well. Let's give that a try a few more times. And now we can put everything together into a shot. So let's see how that shot is gonna play out. So as you could see, the ball went straight and actually it had a little bit of draw in the ball flight. So that means that the feelings that I got with the racket, I used them in the swing and it helped me to square the club face at impact. If you have issues to square the club face at impact, I recommend you to buy yourself a tennis racket. It's going to provide you with some really good feedback and it's also going to make it a lot more logical how to square the club face, right? Now, if you have more questions about how to square the club face, you can leave us a comment, or if you want a personalized lesson, you can jump on our website. Meanwhile, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and I'll see you next week at the Solution Golf.